Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. I'm so happy to see everybody here today. Labor Day weekend. A lot of times I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm so glad I get the day off. I don't have to go to work today. Right? We always making that distinction about the things that we have to do in our lives. And we talked today about the labor of love. And what does that mean? What does that mean to have whatever we do, have it be of a higher doing? In our words of wisdom, the prayer we talked about, it was an awakened doing. Right? Awakened doing. What is that? That's an Eckhart Tolle thing. He's saying that level of consciousness and awareness that we bring to our lives and into our doings. A lot of times too, when people retire, when you have no purpose, you feel like I have no purpose because I have no job. Well, that's not true. We have the same job we've always had, and that is to bring the divine into everything that we do. We are there. We are here in relationship all the time with each other. Our relationship with each other is a reflection of our relationship with the divine in that moment. Ooh. Our relationship with each other is a reflection of our relationship with the divine in that moment. Makes us think about what my job is today. To have now a different perspective on what needs to happen. Here and now. Because what do we have? We have the here and the now. That's what all the great traditions are talking about. Oneness. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not other days, not other minutes, not other seconds, but this moment. To live it. Now, that's not an easy task, right? I'm not going to come up here and say that that's an easy thing for any of us to accomplish. But if we all can today make a decision to stop letting what's going on the outside determine who we are on the inside. You got me on that decision? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time.
Yeah, say it one more time.
That's my husband, everybody. He needs me to repeat things for him. Okay. Let us all try to make, well, I don't even want to say try, because try is not a good word, right? Let us all make a decision today to stop letting what is going on the outside to determine, right, or control what is going on the inside. Okay? So this means about coming back to our relationship with the divine. And how do we become people of awakened doing? People that are truly living so that we can live our lives in that state of hallelujah that our song of reflection talked about, right? That when we put our heads on our pillows at night, that we can say a glorious amen.
Amen.
A day well lived. A day well lived, not because it was perfect, not because it wasn't difficult, not because of the life was life, but because, amen, that I did everything I could throughout the day to come back to the moment and to make my connection with the divine primary and to extend that out to you to the best of my ability. And then I can lay sweetly and softly on the pillow and say,
Amen.
Amen. So, turn to your neighbor and say, you're doing the best you can today.
You're doing the best you can today.
You're doing the best you can today, right? That feels good, right, to hear that, because we hear it a lot of times, right, that, oh, a labor of love, and what am I doing, and how do I get this? And once in a while to hear that little pep talk, that little word of encouragement that says, you're doing good today. right? That the beautiful idea of embracing our imperfections. This comes out of Al-Anon has a 4-step inventory. It's a blueprint for progress, and in it says this is uncovering the stuff that's inside of you. That's what they say. I believe man's greatest human need is to become one with himself, to become an asset, and to be of service to others without expecting anything in return. He has then found his true identity. He is one with himself, the universe, and God. All his fears are gone. He can make his happiness to order each day, and he is useful to society. May God give you the courage to change what I can in myself. So it's going back, asking for that courage to change what is in ourselves. And our Psalms tell us that, right? The Psalms, Psalm 100, it says to serve the Lord with gladness. So serving the Lord is doing whatever it is that you're doing. That is your serving. But doing it with gladness, doing it with an open heart. Now, that's not easy again. It keeps coming back to this is not easy. You know, stuff keeps getting in the way. Still all the outside stuff, but also it's the inside stuff, right? We all made the commitment that we're not going to let the outside stuff to dictate the inside. But then we go inside, and there's now this more deeper, more difficult task to face. Right? And our fellowship, we talk about your spiritual journey. We talk about in that journey, we come to a place of raising our consciousness. What is that? Like that awakened doing, higher consciousness. That's that unconditional state of love. You know, because people throw that word love around a lot, you know. But it's really, when we talk about it from a spiritual perspective, it's a higher consciousness. That's what love is. You know, that's what it is. So Eckhart Tolle, in his New Earth, he says that the awakened doing is in alignment with our outer purpose, right? He says, what you do. Now we want to connect that to our inner sense. And the inner sense means staying awake. Staying awake. There's a great line also, too, in The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, right? That he talks about there's never nothing going on. That there's always wonderment and beauty. Luella is great with that. You got to get connected with friends with Luella on Facebook. She sees beauty everywhere. She puts up beautiful pictures. She goes around, she can find it. She can find it, she captures it, and she puts it up. And I know it's there a lot more often than she puts it on Facebook. But that ability to see the wonderment in every moment. Now, Eckhart says there's just 3 things we can do in each moment. We can either have acceptance, enjoyment, or enthusiasm. How's that? Does it sound like something you're living? Well, sometimes. Maybe. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to work towards. This is the tools we're getting today, right? The tools that we're working towards, we're having. He says, whenever you cannot enjoy doing, right? You don't enjoy it, you can at least accept that it's what you have to do. Can you agree with that? Okay, so you see that we don't have to like everything, but we can accept it. There you go. Okay, we'll pull a few people back in with that one, right? Acceptance means, for now, this is what the situation, this moment requires me to do, and so I do it willingly. Okay? Just this moment. Moments are never written in stone. Moments are fleeting. They just keep coming and going, coming and going. We're always in movement. Energy is always moving, never stagnant, never still. Our essence is energy. It is never stagnant, never still. Always moving. We're always growing. We're always in that essence. Allow it. It's just happening right now for this moment. Just what it is. And so acceptance. Performing an action in a state of acceptance means that you are at peace while you are doing it. You see the goal here now? So now I have a task. I have something to labor on. I have something I need to do. I don't really like it, but I can accept it because it's what is for just the moment, right? And I can bring that awareness into it, okay? He says you can neither, now we come to something, if we can neither enjoy it nor bring acceptance to what we're doing. Eckhart says, stop. Imagine that. Stop doing it. Don't keep perpetuating the pain. He says, otherwise you are not taking responsibility for the only thing you can really take responsibility for, which also happens to be the one thing that really matters, and that is your state of consciousness. The energy that you are perpetuating and putting out into the world. It is important that we pay attention and we stop when it gets too much. When we're getting full with just anxiety or tension. Coming back to that sense of peace. Okay. So, let's bring this down. I love the way he does this here. He says, if you make a list of a number of everyday routine activities that you perform frequently, include activities that you may consider uninteresting, boring, tedious, irritating, or stressful. But don't include anything you hate or detest doing. We got to start with small things first. There's nothing you can't overcome in life, but you got to start somewhere. Okay, so we'll start with that. Right? That's a case for the bigger things, right? The list may include traveling to and from work, buying groceries, doing your laundry, anything that you find tedious. They're all work, right? These are all labors that we need to do in our lives. Okay? So, he says, whenever you're engaged in those activities, let them be a vehicle for alertness. Can we learn something new in the everyday tasks that we do? Can you find wonderment in brushing your teeth? Gratitude for the ability to utilize your teeth for digestion. Gratitude for being able to put on clothing, for having clothing to wear. Really paying attention. Really bringing it down. You see, we can handle it at that level. Do you understand what I mean? You with me with this? We can handle the craziness, the insanity that life gives us if we bring it back to this level of awareness. Okay? He says, being absolutely present in everything we do, then we'll have this sense of alive stillness. This is the peace of God which passes all understanding. It is this alive stillness that becomes this awakened consciousness that now emanates out from us, and we become vessels and vehicles for love in our lives. Now that relationship with another human being, I have all kinds of answers. I have an understanding. I have a willingness. I have an openness to be truly present with you. And so, whatever I do for you, whatever I do in any of my actions, I am doing it as if I am doing it for my beloved. As our words of wisdom said. The one that I love most dearly, my precious one, I'm going to hand that to you. I'm going to be present and listen with ears and hearts of such openness. Because you are the representation of the divine for me in this moment. You are my opportunity for awakened aliveness and love. And then we can embrace life and everything that comes our way. We can say yes to life. We can say yes to love. We are aware and
That is our true work. That is how we live that awakened aliveness. That is how we don't let anything on the outside dictate who we are in the inside. And so it is.
And so it is.